Hey, it's BR Brander. I'm back. Let's talk about the self-help industry today. Most of it, in my opinion, is just mental masturbation. My voice is a bit low today because I've come down sick with something, and I've been throwing up pretty much for 2 days. But I'm still doing this video for you because that's how I roll. When I want to share something, I share it straight away. I don't wait. I don't deliberate too much. I don't, prepare and get all my ducks in order and wait till I'm better. I just do it because, I have no anxiety that way. There's no anxiety of waiting for something to be perfect, for doing something. Just do it straight away. It doesn't matter what the actual environment is at the moment. Just do it. And that's actually what is the topic today. A lot of people read a lot of books, self-help books. They listen to podcasts. They go to certain meetings. They spend a lot of money per year on these things. And at the end of the year, they're more confused than before. Most of them are more confused than before. So if you're going to pick somebody, pick one person. Pick one person and follow that person. And as soon as you find out that it doesn't work, what he says, just drop him at the drop of a hat like a hot potato, and that's it. Find somebody else, or just, as I'm going to tell you right now, don't follow anyone. Listen to what makes sense to you, and just start doing stuff. Start doing the steps that will get you closer to your goal. And that doesn't mean reading, preparing, making plans, doing business plans, and all this deliberating, asking people, should I do this or should I do that? How should I do this or how should I do that? Just start doing it. Like a total idiot. Even if you don't know anything about it, just start doing it. And as soon as you come to a big problem that you can't solve with your own mind, then start searching for a solution that is very specific to only that problem that you've come across. And forget about all the other advice. Just search for a solution for that specific problem. And then once you solve it, move on. And then when you come to another problem, just repeat. Repeat the same thing. The advice has to be specific to a problem, and then that advice works because the advice is not dependent on your character. Some person might become rich and successful doing certain things because it aligns with their character. It aligns with who they are, with their character, and they enjoy doing that. But if you give the same advice to somebody else, even if that somebody else is a hard worker and doesn't quit, very, very quickly, it might not work for that person. Maybe circumstances are different. Maybe it's 10 years on, that thing doesn't work anymore. Or it's just not made for the character of that person. That person will be miserable or just completely, unhappy doing that. It might still work, obviously, if the conditions are still the same as when the advice giver gave you the advice and you follow it. It might work even if it's not up to your character, but it's much more likely that it will work if it fits your character, okay? So just start doing. And when you come to a problem, as I said, search for a solution to that specific problem, because the solution for that specific problem will not depend on your character to get it done. You will just get it done because it's a specific solution to a specific problem, not a general problem, how to do certain things, how to get rich and stuff like that. There's a million ways to get rich, okay? There's a million ways. So just start doing it. Don't deliberate, don't think too much, start doing it. The most important thing about your future success will be if you are doing it every day. if you're doing it consistently. Okay? Not how you feel doing it, not you might be depressed doing it. It doesn't really matter. How you feel doing it, as long as you do it. The result will be pretty much the same. The quality might not be the same if you really enjoyed and loved doing it. Where if you were really into it. If you're not really into it, it doesn't really matter. If you do the steps, if you just do it consistently, you will get the same result. Maybe the quality will be a little bit, maybe the quality will not be as good as if you enjoy that thing and if you're really into it, like I said. But you will get the result that you want, and that's the most important thing. Just, calibrate as you go, adjust as you go. Don't read a ton of books that will just get you confused, because every person has a different way of getting to their goal, and it might not suit you, okay, and your character. So if you listen to a lot of people, you will only get confused. If you read a lot of books, you will only get confused. Just pick one guy or woman, pick one person, and just follow that person and model that person. Just do what they're doing. Or if they're so much ahead of you, just do what they were doing when they were starting, when they were starting up. Because at the moment, they're so further ahead, they might be doing something totally different because they have the funds and the notoriety to actually do that stuff. But you just starting out will not be able to do that stuff, the same as they're doing. So just find out what they were doing when they were starting up and just follow that person. Just model that person. Do not stray too much. And as soon as you find out that what you are modeling and what you're following doesn't work for you, just drop it and go to somebody else. Or don't go to anybody and just start doing it. And as I said, just find solutions to specific problems once you come to those problems. Okay? Just start doing it. You don't need a guru. You don't need somebody to follow. Okay? Just start doing it. And you'll be fine. If you do it consistently, you'll be fine and you will reach the goal. You might not be, your life might not be, 1,000 times better when you reach your goal, because once you reach your goal, you will find out that, okay, I've reached this goal and I'm in a new position in my life, but you're still you. You're still you, and you still have certain problems to deal with on a daily basis and with your mind. But it doesn't matter what your mind says. It doesn't matter what you think. And It matters what you do. That's what it matters. If you're doing something, maybe it'll help you. If you do something and maybe you don't want to do it at that point, maybe you don't want to do it that day, but just think of yourself on that day that you don't want to do that thing that you're doing. Just think of yourself as a robot. Don't think about it. Just your mind doesn't exist anymore. It's a program. You are programmed to do that thing the best as you can. Okay? You are programmed. You're a robot. And just do that thing like a robot. And then at the end of the day, when it's done, you can start being a person again and yourself again, once it's done. But for the time that you're doing it, physically that you're doing it, just think of yourself as a robot, and it might help you get that task achieved if you're unable to achieve it by just thinking about it too much and your thoughts ruining the start of doing what you want to do. So that's it. See you next time. Cheers.